As many women will testify when going through a pregnancy, it can help having mom around. She has, after all, been through it all before. But when Rebecca Malia from Merseyside, UK, got spooked at a routine ultrasound, her mom wasn't there to turn to. However, when nurses finally showed Malia the scan of her unborn child, she saw a familiar face in the background. When stay-at-home mom Malia went for her routine scan on June 18, 2015, she had a good idea of what to expect. The procedures were something she's been through during her 2 previous pregnancies. And besides, that's exactly what they were, routine scans. However, when nurses took longer than expected to produce the images from the scan, 33-year-old Malia began to worry. The mom of 3 couldn't understand what the delay was all about. Nervous thoughts started running through her mind. Was there a problem? They had me there for a long time, Malia told the Liverpool Echo in July 2015. I could just tell they'd seen something on the scan. I was convinced it was something wrong with my boy. Although the nurses hadn't said anything, a mother just instinctively knows when something's not right. Usually, Malia's mom, Sharon, would be with her for the ultrasound, but not this time. Beyond Malia's 2 kids, Charlotte, now 13, and her brother Peter, who's now 8, Sharon had 11 further grandkids from 7 other children. And this was the first scan she had missed out of all of them. You see, in February 2015, Sharon had succumbed to a long battle with cancer. She was declared free of kidney cancer in July 2013, and the family thought she'd beaten it once and for all. However, the cancer later returned in a very aggressive way. And after a brave fight against the disease, Sharon passed away at age just 49. Sharon's passing was a big blow to the close-knit family, but there was something the much-missed mom didn't know before she passed. Her daughter was expecting. Malia never had the opportunity to tell her mom she was pregnant again. Sharon had no idea she was about to become a grandmother for the 14th time. As Malia described to the Liverpool Echo, "I have a little area in my room with pictures of my mom on and before I went for my scan. I was talking to her saying I wish she was coming with me. This was her 14th grandchild, and she'd been there for every one." The nurse conducting the scan had known about Malia's recent loss, and no doubt it was something she thought about as she carried out her work. And when she finally handed over the picture, after the seemingly interminable delay, she had a surprise in store. As Malia recalled, she said, "I think you might like this one," with a smile on her face. Malia had been lost in her own thoughts about what could possibly be wrong and hadn't considered what would happen next. As a result, she took the pictures home to Kirkby, a town just outside of Liverpool in the northwest of England. She posted the scan to her Facebook. Malia then proceeded to show the scans to her mom and tell her all about the experience. Sharon couldn't see the scan or hear her daughter, of course. Nonetheless, everyone in the family still believed they could feel her energy, as if she was there with them. As Malia explained to her mom what had happened, she took a closer look at the picture in her hand. Then it hit her. At the top of the scan, she saw a mysterious shape that she believes to be an image of her mom's face. Gobsmacked, she was dumbstruck by what she saw. "I couldn't believe it," Malia explained to the Liverpool Echo. "I was shocked, happy, and overwhelmed all at the same time. My mom's face, which I longed to see, was there as clear as day on my scan." It was further cause for the mom of 3 to believe that, although she had gone, Sharon was never far away. But it's unlikely this was really a case of her mom's ghostly face appearing in the scan of Malia's unborn son. A more likely explanation is that the image shows an example of pareidolia. That's to say, it's a trick of the mind where the reflex organ perceives something familiar in response to an external stimulus. Perhaps the most well-known example of pareidolia is the man in the moon. There is no literal man in the moon, of course. Yet when the moon is full, the shadows cast by the variations in its terrain can appear to the brain to resemble the features of a human face. Pareidolia can also help explain why people recognize some of the most basic shapes as a face. For example, a circle containing 2 horizontal dashes side by side with a third central and parallel underneath the pair. Change the angles of the lines and people will even recognize different emotions as interpreted by cognitive processes. It's a similar theory to what Swiss psychologist Hermann Rorschach developed for his Rorschach test. This is a psychological examination where subjects relay what they see in various ink blots. Patients' responses are used to determine their personality traits and offer an insight into their emotional well-being. Not only does pareidolia relate to images, but it can also be applied to sounds or music too. Recorded music played faster or slower than intended, or even played in reverse, or indiscriminate noises produced by everyday objects can deliver sounds that may be interpreted as voices. As far as Malia was concerned, though, an image of her much-missed mom had appeared on a scan of her unborn son. Since her mom's passing, Malia believes that Sharon's presence can be strongly felt. The mom of 3 maintains that her mother watches over everything she and the rest of the family does. Malia described in a Facebook post in May how her mom turned the TV on and off again when Malia asked her mom to let her know she was there. She told the Liverpool Echo, "I wanted to share this story to bring comfort to others who have lost their loved ones and show that loved ones who have died may not be seen, but they're still here."